tell the band to wear their new uniform?
Of course I did. What did we get them for?
You'll have them all ruined.
Gosh almighty, look at them there, waiting for us. That's our public. Hi, public. I'm going to bring the entire troop ashore, and we'll give you our monster parade.
Public.
If I ever catch that fellow Pete talking to you again, I'll break him in two.
Oh, don't do anything foolish, Steve. What could a man like Pete ever mean to me? Smile, darling.
Ain't he handsome? That's Julie Laverne, his leading lady. Do you suppose he's in love with her? I suppose so.
Get those pictures out front as fast as you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Out of my way, 8-ball.
Who wants to get in your way?
Hey, you, wait a minute.
What you want?
Where'd you get that gold brooch?
You mean this scrumptious piece of jewelry?
Yeah, where'd you get it?
It was given to me.
Who gave it to you?
Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies.
I know who gave it to you, and she's going to be sorry, too. All right, Miss Julie Laverne, if that's how you feel about me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet some of the greatest artists that ever played the Rivertown. Miss Ella Mae Chipley, the toast of Cairo, Illinois. Come on, Ellie! Now I want you to meet Mr. Frank Schultz. Mr. Schultz is the villain in our plays. Now, just to show you what we have in the way of comic talent, I want to call your attention to Rubberface Smith, the funniest man in the world. Give him a smile, Rubberface. Ain't that good?
Don't tell him much more, then we'll have to see the show.
And now, folks, right over here, I want you to meet the little sweetheart of the South, Miss Julia Laverne, our leading lady. You all know her, you all love her, what more can I say? And over here we have another famous ornament of the stage, Mr. Stephen Baker, the handsomest leading man on the river.
Smile, Danya, smile.
So here we are, folks, just one big happy family. Get out of here. All right, boys, let her rip. Look what we got, look what we got. How can we fail, how can we fail? You never seen a show like this before. We'll try and make your evening bright, and if you come around tonight, tomorrow night you'll come around for more.
Captain Andy, you know how to make a show sound dandy.
Frank and Ellie, come on, let's show them. Just a sample of the dance.
My land, he gives away his show for nothing.
Come on, just a sample of the dance. Diddly-dum. Looking out to sea.
That's a fine thing to do, giving my present to a colored cook.
Pete, if Steve ever knew about you sending me that brooch, I declare he'd just about beat you to death.
Well, he'd better not try, and you better be pretty nice to me, or you'll be mighty sorry. I told you to stay away from my wife. I reckon I won't do any more talking about it.
Well, folks, we had you fooled that time, didn't we? That was just a sample, just a sample. The boys were just showing you one of the scenes from one of our plays. That's the way they are, always skylarking, always playing pranks. Just one big happy family.
In case you should want me, I'll be having lunch at Mrs. Benson's.
All right, Brothy.
Well, Miss Laverne, that was nice goings-on this morning.
It wasn't Julie's fault.
And you protecting her.
One thing I'm thankful for, Magnólia wasn't there.
I don't want my daughter mixed up with you or anybody like you.
Mrs. Hawkes, please don't say that. Nola's just like a little sister to me. Mr. Hawkes, if I gotta stop seeing her, I just can't stay on the showboat. I just can't.
Now you done it. Now you done it. The best leading lady on the river.
Oh, Captain Andy, if Julie goes, would you give me a chance at the leads?
Well, there ain't a funnier gal on the river than you are.
Oh, Captain Andy, don't. Don't stamp your foot down on real acting ability.
Leave go my husband's knee. And you. You think more of your showboat troupe than you do of your own daughter's upbringing. Where I come from, no decent body had touched this showboat riffraff with a 10-foot pole, let alone having their daughters mixed up with them. I'll have more to say to you later.
Just one big happy family.
Who cares if my boat goes upstream, or if the gale bids me go with a river's flow? I drift along with my fancy. Sometimes I thank my lucky stars my heart is free.
What are you looking at?
I bet he's some aristocrat.
Yeah, look at the cracks in his
I
shoes.
wonder, where's the mate for me?
Hello.
How do you do?
Do you live here?
Oh, no, I'm just a wayfarer along the river.
So am I. Which way are you going?
Either way, where are you going?
Anywhere Papa gives shows.
Oh, are you a player?
You mean like on the piano? Yes, I'll play a little.
Was that you I heard just now?
Yes, that was me.
What a pity.
What'd you say, mister?
When I asked if you were a player, I meant, are you an actress?
Oh no. But I'd give anything if I could be.
Why?
Because you can make believe so many wonderful things that never happen in real life.
Oh, but wonderful things do happen. Why, this very day I was walking upon the levee feeling blue. And suddenly I looked up and...
I must go now.
Oh, why?
Well, you see, you're talking to me and I don't know you.
Does that really matter so much?
No, not to me.
Well, if you like to make believe things, why not make believe that we know each other?
Oh, yes. And we haven't seen each other for 75 years, and you're my long-lost nephew. There's a scene like that in a play called The Village Drunkard.
Oh, no, 75 years is too long. Besides, you know, I don't think I'd like the idea of being your nephew. Let's suppose we've just met.
Well, we really have.
Well, let's suppose we've fallen in love at first sight.
Only make believe I love you. Only make believe that you love me. Others find peace of mind in pretending. Couldn't you, couldn't I, couldn't we make believe our lips are blending in a phantom kiss, or two or three? Might as well make believe I love you, for to tell the truth, I do.
The game of just supposing is the sweetest game I know. Our dreams are more romantic than the world we see.
And if the things we dream about don't happen to be so, that's just an unimportant technicality.
So the cold and brutal fact is, you and I have never met. We need not mind conventions, please, and cues. If we put our thoughts in practice, we can banish all regret, imagining most anything we choose. We could make believe
Kavanaugh.
You'll excuse me, ma'am.
The judge would like to see you.
What for?
Nothing serious, but you better come along and have a talk with him.
You'll excuse me, ma'am. I hope to see you again in a little while.
Joe! Joe! Where you been, slowpoke? Why you all dragging them big feet like there's chunks of lead?
Take your time, Queenie.
Take my time. I gotta have that flour to bake the bread with.
They won't run away from you, Queenie. And if it do, there'll always be tomorrow.
Give me that flour. Give me it.
Queenie, you got anything else for me to do?
'Cause why?
'Cause if you ain't, I got some whittling left over from this morning. I'd like to get it finished.
Joe, I believe you're the laziest man that ever lived on this river.
On this river, Queenie? That's saying a whole lot. Yeah, that's saying a whole lot.
There'll be some taters to peel later, and when I yell for you, you come in and make it quick. Lazy, good for nothing.
Joe,
Hello, Miss Nola. I didn't know you was up there.
did you see that young man in the sheriff's buggy?
Yep, I seen him. I seen lots like him along the river.
Oh, but Joe, he was such a gentleman. Have you seen Miss Julie? I gotta tell her. I gotta ask her what she thinks. Julie! Julie!
Ask Miss Julie what she thinks. But ask the old river what he thinks. He knows all about them boys. He knows all about everything.
There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I'd like to be. What does he care if the world's got troubles? What does he care if the land ain't free? Old man river, that old man river, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters. He don't plant cotton. Them that plants them is soon forgotten. But old man river, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bale, you gets a little drunk and your land's in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man river, he just keeps rolling along. Darkies all wake on the Mississippi. Darkies all wake while the white folks play, pulling those boats from the dawn till sunset, getting no rest till the judgment day.
Don't look up and don't look down. You don't designate the white folks round. Bend your knees and bow your head and pull that rope until you're dead.
Let me go away from the Mississippi. Let me go away from the white man boss. Show me that stream called the River Jordan. That's the old stream that I long to cross.
Old man river,
sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bale, you gets a little drunk and you lands in jail.
Heart is weary and sick of trying, and tired of living and scared of dying. The old man river, he just keeps rolling
Don't say anything to your mother about my meeting you here in the kitchen.
Why?
Never mind. Now tell me all about this man. Who is he?
Well, I don't know. He was standing on the wharf, and I was standing on the top deck. And he looked so different from everybody else, and so beautiful. Julie, he said he liked me. You think he meant it?
I don't know. I don't know as I'd like you to go falling in love with some man no one ever heard of. Suppose he turned out to be just a no-account river fella.
Well, if I found out he was no account, I'd stop loving him.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. Once a girl like you starts to love a man, she don't stop so easy.
Well, couldn't you stop loving Steve if he treated you mean?
No, honey. No matter what he did.
Why do you love Steve?
Oh, I don't know. He's such a bad actor on the stage. He thinks he's so good. Maybe that's why I love him. You see, Nola, love is such a funny thing. There's no sense to it. That's why you've got to be so careful when it comes creeping up on you.
It's like the thing you always sing about when we take our walks.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine.
That's it.
Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow. Tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine.
How come you all know that song?
Why, do you know it, Queenie?
For sure I does, but I didn't ever hear anybody but colored folks sing that song. Sounds funny for Miss Julie to know it.
Julie sings it all the time.
Can you sing the whole thing?
Of course I can. What's so funny about that?
Oh, listen, sister, I love my Mr. Man, and I can't tell you why. There ain't no reason why I should love that man. It must be something that the angels done planned. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow. Tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. But when he comes back, the day is fine, the sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine.
That's beautiful, Miss Julie.
Why, that's my favorite song.
My man is shiftless and good for nothing, too. He's my man just the same. He's never near me when there's work to do.
He's never around you when there's working to do.
The chimney's smoking, the roof is leaking in, but he don't seem to care. He can be happy with just a sip of gin.
Why you all talking about gin?
I even loves him when his kisses got gin. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man tonight. And loving the man of mine.
Look at that gal shook.
Let's keep it on home as days can be. Only I really know me. Can't help loving gal of mine.
Magnolia!
Say, dealer, what was the turn?
Ace won and king lost.
Raise you 30 more. 50 more on the king.
Who's that sporting gambler over there?
Name's Gaylord Ravenel.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, got in a little fuss here about a year ago, proved self-defense and got out. The judge just told him he'd better clear out of here by nightfall.
Waiter,
We'll be late for rehearsal.
one more and we'll go.
Can I talk to you, Sheriff?
Yeah, if you got anything to say.
See that?
Why, that's Miss Julie Laverne, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what she calls herself, since she got married to a white man.
What do you mean?
Frank, come over here. I want you to hear this. You too, Ellie.
Sit down and explain yourself. And you make sure you know what you're talking about.
All right, everybody, let's go on with the rehearsal.
Good evening, Miss Lucy. I was absorbed in meditation and did not realize night had fallen.
The days are growing shorter, Hamilton, but they are long when one is waiting.
As I came across the field, I saw the cattle being driven home by your faithful dog.
You got that, rubber face?
Yep, I get a cowbell.
It ain't a cowbell. It says here a cow's moo off stage. Have you got a moo effect?
Oh, I can do that myself.
Moo! Try that again.
A little deeper.
No, I guess you better ring the bell.
May I make a suggestion, Captain?
Huh?
I thought it'd be a good idea if, while I was talking over there, for Frank to pass by the window and peek through, like this.
You can't do it. Room's supposed to be on the second floor. Frank couldn't look through the window if it was on the second floor.
I don't think it'd be any good anyway.
Julie let me study her part. I know every line and all the business. If you forget anything, ask me.
You stick to the piano, young lady. No play acting for you.
All right, now try it. Oh, there you are. You're late.
I'll explain later. Steve, I got something to tell you.
Where's Frank?
He's coming.
Is that all you're going to say to her?
She said she'd explain later, didn't she?
Fine discipline in this troop, Scott.
He'll be here any second.
All right, so long as we're waiting for Frank, we'll cut right down to his entrance. All right, Steve.
Oh. All right. Miss Lucy, although I wear the clothes of
God.
garb of a parson, beneath these somber vestments there is the heart of a man that beats for you alone.
Hamilton.
He'll be here any second.
Embrace over, then what?
Then I say,
Prompter, Noli.
Hamilton, my own, Mama, look at Julie.
What's the matter? Julie's sick.
What's the matter, Julie? Land sakes.
Sure you won't be feeling better by tonight?
No, let me alone. Can't you leave me alone?
Hello, Windy. What are you doing here?
Just come over to warn you. Seen Pete coming along the levee with the sheriff. Be along any minute.
Well, let him come on board. Our license is paid.
Seems that skunk Pete's up to something. Seen him yank a picture of Julie out of a frame on the levee. I seen him.
What are we going to do?
Stay right here. You know what I told you.
Steve! What are you doing with that knife?
I'm not going to hurt her, you fool. Leave me be. I know what I'm doing. It won't hurt much, Scott.
Hello, Wendy. Captain Hawks, do you acknowledge to be owner of the showboat?
Of course I do. What do you want?
Well, Captain, I have an unpleasant duty. I understand that you have a miscegenation case on board.
What's he mean, Ma?
How's that?
A case of a Negro woman married to a white man. A criminal offense in this state.
No such thing on board this boat.
The name of the white man is Steve Baker. The name of the negress is Julie Dozier. Which one's them?
I'm Steve Baker. This is my wife.
Julie Dozier, my information says you were born in Mississippi. Your pop was white, your mammy black. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
You two better get your things and come along with me.
You wouldn't call a man a white man that had Negro blood in him, would you?
No, I wouldn't. Not in Mississippi. One drop of Negro blood makes you a Negro in these parts.
Well, I got more than a drop of Negro blood in me, and that's a fact.
Are you ready to swear that in the court of law?
I'll swear to it any place. I'll do more than that. Look at all these folks here. Every one of them can swear that I got Negro blood in me this minute. That's how white I am.
Well, I've seen fairer men than you that were Negroes. Still, you better tell that to the judge.
Ike Bellin, you've known me better part of 25 years. I was keelboating when you was running barefoot round the landing. Now, I'm telling you, me, Windy McLean, that there white man's got Negro blood in him.
But this fellow told me...
I don't care what anybody told you. I'm taking my oath on what I just said. Steve's got Negro blood in him.
Do you all stand by what Windy just said?
Of course we do.
You look like a respectable woman.
I am.
Windy wouldn't tell a lie to save his own life. You know that, Sheriff.
Yes, I know. I reckon I'll have to take Windy's word for it. But from now on, it's your business and not mine. And I warn you, if these folks around here ever get wind that you've got Negroes acting with whites, they'll ride you out of town on something that won't set so easy as a boat. Go on, get away from that window. Go on about your business. Break it up.
Now you go. Both of them.
Well, you needn't look at us like that. We're not going to hurt you. We're going right away. Come on, honey.
Julie!
You shut up.
Julie, wait!
No, where are you going?
I'm going to Julie.
You come back here this instant. No daughter of mine's going to talk to that...
Go, Mother.
Well, Hawks, you see what your showboat's done to your daughter.
I think my showboat's made a darn fine gal out of my daughter. But where do we go from here? Hanged if I know. We can't give no more shows without a leading man.
Or a leading lady.
I can play the lead, can't I?
No, you're a comedian. I was thinking maybe we'd let Noli jump in. She knows all the parts.
Over my dead body. There never was an actress in my family, and there ain't going to be.
Now, if only there was anybody to play Steve's part.
Well, what about Frank?
Fine leading man he'd make with that face and those flat feet.
I never asked to play leads, did I? I never set up to be a beauty.
Just a minute, Captain.
Mercy, something must be on fire the way Queenie's running.
Now what's the trouble, Queenie?
There's a powerful fine-looking fella out here. Wants to know if you all could accommodate him but take him down the river for us the next town.
We don't carry no passenger. Fine-looking, did you say? Is he an actor?
Might be, but he seems more like the kind of a gentleman it's a pleasure to wait on. There he is.
I thought, sir, if I could have a bed on your boat tonight, I could pay my way as far as Fort Adams.
You ain't an actor, are you?
An actor, sir. No, Captain. I'm a Ravenel. Gaylord Ravenel is my name, of the Tennessee Ravenels.
I knew it. He looked like an aristocrat to me.
Aristocrat? It's more like a river gambler.
Well, I'm going to take a chance. Look here, sir. I'm looking for a juvenile leading man.
Am I to understand you're offering me the position, sir?
That Andy Hawks will wind up in a lunatic asylum yet.
And if you can play the parts to my satisfaction, I'll give you $15 a week and a chance to see the world.
I've seen it.
We don't usually pick up actors off the wharves, but we can be choosy just now.
Madam, your courtesy is only exceeded by your charm.
Father, don't Magnolia, please. Papa, don't send Julie and Steve away like this. Nobody'll know about them in the next town. Julie's my friend, Papa.
That's a nice thing to say.
Well, she is. She's been my
my friend ever since she's been on this boat. And if you're going to send her away for something she can't help, I'll go too.
Nola?
Nola, don't talk nonsense. You got to stay here with your mother, no matter what. And another thing, I'm depending on you to play the leads till we can get somebody.
See, Nola, what a chance for you. I just know you can act.
And if this young man wants to play the leads and play opposite you, I can get you both ready by tomorrow night. Are you a quick study?
Lightning. Ready, Julie? I didn't have time to get everything together, Captain. If you'll bundle up our trash and leave it at the post office in New Orleans, we'll pick it up.
You need any money, Steve?
No, I guess we'll make out all right. Thanks. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Steve. Forget it.
Goodbye, Nola. I'll write to you and you write to me and tell me all about everything.
Julie! Julie!
Don't look back, darling.
Goodbye, Master Steve. Goodbye, Miss Julie.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Goodbye.
Well, we ain't got much time. Mr. Ravenel, I want to see how you handle dialogue. Will you read that speech right there? Now, the idea of this character is you're in love with her. Now, come on, just a sample.
What do I do, Pop?
Oh, you just smile. That'll get him.
Miss Lucy, will you be mine?
Oh, gosh, no. Nothing like it. More feeling. More like you meant it. You love her. Gosh almighty, man, you love her. Go on and tell her.
Oh, I understand. Miss Lucy, will you be mine?
It better than ever before.
Don't you think the leading man is gorgeous?
Yes, he took his part off quite good. I like the leading lady the best, though.
Did you understand the moral of the play, my dear?
Oh, sure, Mom. Did you see how he kissed her?
Yes. I hardly thought that was in the best of taste.
Well, that's show business.
What's show business?
I've been trooping up and down this river for 12 years. Nobody ever heard of me. This Ravenel has been acting exactly 3 weeks. They make a star out of him.
Well, I feel the same way, Frank. Look at Magnólia. Her picture with Ravenel's on all the posters.
We're not in town an hour before Captain Andy has their faces on every ash can.
You want to know the secret of their quick success? They're falling in love with each other.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, they make love on the stage and it rings true. That's why they're a hit.
Well, I've been playing opposite you for 5 years, and I love you.
Yeah, but maybe I don't love you.
So, you're responsible for our failure. We'll never be stars on the showboat.
You talk as if you're expected to live on this barge the rest of your life. Ain't you got no ambition?
Sure, I got ambition. I want to marry you.
You know our rules, Mr. Schultz. No gentlemen allowed in no ladies' dressing room.
Well, he was only waiting
You
while
know the rules too, Miss Shipley. Out, Mr. Schultz.
Hello, Frank. Hello, Ravenel. The show seemed to go well tonight.
Yes, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Hasn't the weather been fine?
Yes, hasn't the weather been fine?
Well, good night.
me I've seen that stocking someplace. Where could it have been? Don't you belong to Miss Magnólia Hawks? I thought so. Next time you see her, will you give her a message for me? I can talk to you better than I can to her. I always get flustered when I try to say anything to her. Tell her you saw the young man who lives upstairs. And, well, that's just the point. I have the room above her.
She doesn't know I love her. How could she know I love her? Sitting in her room below. Sitting in her room below. How could she dream how far a dream could go? Sometimes we meet, she smiles, and oh, her smile's divine. It's such a treat to hear her say, hasn't the weather been fine? I blush and stammer badly. My heart is beating madly. Then she goes into her room, and I go sadly up to mine. A lover more impetuous than I would say his say or know the reason why. But when I get my chance, I let my chance go by. I have the room above her. She doesn't know I love her. How could she know I love her? Sitting in her room below. Sitting in her room below. How could she dream how far a dream could go?
Sometimes we meet, he smiles, and oh, his smile's divine. It's such a treat to hear him say, hasn't the weather been fine? I blush and stammer badly. My heart is beating madly. Then he goes up to his room, and I go sadly into
Isn't it a beautiful night?
Yes, it's so light. Where's the moon?
We could see it better if we went up on top deck.
No, I couldn't.
I'll wait up there for you. Oh, you came. I was afraid you wouldn't.
I can't stay.
Oh, but you can, a little while.
Not a minute. Mother saw me. I told her I was coming up here to the water barrel to get a drink.
Good.
Then she said she was thirsty, too. So I'll have to hurry and take it right down to her. She'll get suspicious.
Will you come up again tomorrow night? And every night?
Nola!
Shut up and come to bed, you old...
fill it for you. Will you forgive me, Magnólia?
Yes, Gay.
Then she goes down to her room, and I go sadly back to mine.
Hawks, come outside.
I can't leave the box office.
Yes, you can. Frank can take it for you. He's doing nothing. There's some things more important than selling tickets.
Well, I'd like to know what they are.
That's what I'm going to tell you. Come out.
Oh, come on, Frank.
Oh, all right.
What do you want? What is it now?
Listen to this. Dear Mrs. Hawks, I know Captain Andy don't like me.
Who is it?
Pete.
I don't like him.
But I got something of interest to tell him about Gaylord Ravenel. That's the man your daughter's gallivanting with.
Ah!
I hear the Cotton Palace comes back to Natchez next Thursday. I can be reached at the above address in Fayette. Faithfully, Pete Gavin. Well, what have you got to say now?
I say forget it.
Forget it.
Yes, forget it. And when I say forget it, forget it.
Soon as we arrive in Natchez tomorrow, I'm going over to Fayette. It's 2 hours away, but I'll make the trip. Are you coming along with me?
I ain't.
All right. It's good someone has a sense of duty.
I like Ravenel. He's a right smart young man. He's the best leading man we ever had.
Shifty. That's what he is. Mark my words, if you asked around about him, you'd find something queer. For all he says he's a Ravenel of Tennessee.
He is a
He
Ravenel.
says he is.
Didn't he show me the church and the tombstone of his folks?
Hawk, sure as zany. I could tell you my name was Bonaparte and show you Napoleon's tomb. That wouldn't make him my grandfather, would it?
This the boat where they have the play acting?
Yes, sir. 2 seats?
Seeing as how this is the first show we ever seen, you better give me and my friend Zeeb here the best 2 seats in the theater.
I got 2 left of the stage box, 35 cents apiece.
There you are. There, Zeeb.
Hey, come back here.
What's the matter?
Excuse me, sir, but this is Confederate money.
That's the kind we use in the hills. It's as good as yours, ain't it?
Better.
Well.
But
what?
look at this quarter. It don't ring.
It don't ring. What do you want for 2 bits? Sleigh bells? Yeah. Come on, Zeeb.
Remember, Lucy, I'm telling you this because I'm your sister. This is a man's world, as I know, to my sorrow, heaven help us. Young girls like us are like flowers. We bloom in the sunshine till plucked by a passing mule.
Male.
What?
Male.
Male. What are we? Ornaments. Bright nosegays to be worn in boutonnieres, then cast aside to float along on the tide of eternity, like flotsam and joltsam on the sea.
That's pretty talk, gal.
And remember, I'm your sister.
Huh?
And remember, I'm your sister.
Yes, I know. Don't tell me. And remember, I'm your sister. And if any harm should come to you, I'd never forgive myself.
I wonder what can be keeping Parson Brown. He promised to be here before dark, and the twilight is fast fading into night.
Fading into night?
Yes, the twilight is fast fading into night. Hamilton Brown, noble soul, dare I hope that that look in your eye bespeaks the love which in my heart of hearts I long for with every fiber of my being. Oh, love.
Nolly.
Oh, love.
Wait a minute, Nolly. Excuse me, folks. Is Seth Purdy in the house?
Yes, sir.
Well, your missus just sent a message over. Her sister's took sick with the fever, and you got to drive her over to Centerville. All right, Nolly.
Oh, love, love. 5 o'clock. Can it be he will not keep his tryst with me?
Moo!
Ah, there is the bell. It must be Parson Brown at last.
Good evening, Miss Lucy. I was absorbed in meditation and did not realize night had fallen.
The days are growing shorter, Hamilton, but they are long when one is waiting.
As I came across the field, I saw the cattle being driven home by your faithful dog.
Moo! Moo! Moo!
Shut up! Miss Lucy, although I wear the garb of a parson, beneath these somber vestments is the heart of a man that beats for you alone.
Oh, Hamilton, my own, my own.
Will you be my cherished bride?
Oh, Hamilton.
Will you?
Yes.
Oh, Magnolia. Miss Lucy, Lucy, you have made me the happiest man in the world.
Little did I think I could ever be so happy again.
10 minutes past 5. I must go now to the Ladies' Aid Society meeting. Will you come with me and let me announce our betrothal?
We must not forget our work and our newfound happiness. I will stay here and correct the examination papers of my little pupils.
Very well, then. Goodbye. Until tomorrow, beloved.
Goodbye, my own dear Hamilton.
Meet me up near the water barrel. I have something important to tell you.
To think that after my first marriage with that drunken beast, I could ever be loved by such a man as Hamilton Brown. My husband.
I reckon you thought I was dead, gal. Well, I'm about the liveliest corpse you ever saw. Too bad you won't be able to marry Hamilton Brown. Hamilton Brown.
Why don't he let her alone?
Don't spoil my one chance for happiness. Is there no mercy in your evil soul? Please, please go away. Don't wreck my life again.
I'll give you a chance, gal. $1,000 and quick, or you don't walk down the aisle to the wedding march.
But I haven't got it.
Where's the money? Where's the money you've been saving all these years?
Let that gal alone.
I haven't got $1,000. I swear it.
Oh, you haven't, ain't you? For years I waited for this chance.
At last I have you in my power.
I warn you.
Shoot!
That's right. Get.
Shoot! Shoot! Come back here! Let go of her, you swine! Let go!
What is he?
Let her down, rubber face! Curtain!
Quiet, folks, quiet. I'm sorry I had to ring down the curtain before the act was over, but the fact is, our heavy man, Mr. Schultz, was suddenly took sick. He gets a spell like that every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it up, Rubberface. Take it up. Take it up. Go on, take it up. Now, folks, just before Mr. Schultz was taken with that attack, he and the parson were on the verge of going into one of the most sensational hand-to-hand struggles to the death ever seen on any stage. Now, when Egbert sees the parson coming in through this door, he should have said, I'm glad you come when you did. And with that, he hauls off and hits the parson. But the parson knows a thing or two, and he gives Egbert something he ain't a-looking for. Take that, you cur! And down goes Egbert. Egbert, realizing that he ain't going to win the fight by fair means, resorts to foul. He grabs the parson around the waist and back heels him. Let go of me, I say. Let go of me, I say. Oh, in the meantime, Lucy is over here praying for her beloved. Now comes the big dramatic moment. Egbert, the dirty skunk, reaches in his pocket, pulls out a monkey wrench with which he hits the parson. The parson groans, reels, and falls. Egbert is about to beat the parson's brains out when Lucy says, "Do with me what you will, but spare my Hamilton." Now, as though Providence had heard her prayer, the door swings open, and through that door therein walks Emmy, the heir and foster sister of Lucy, ready to right the wrong she done poor Lucy. Quick as lightning, Emmy looking at the prostrate form of the parson and the weeping figure of a heartbroken sister, begging Egbert to spare the parson, grabs the water pitcher. Where's the water pitcher? The water pitcher sneaks up on Egbert and says, "The wages of sin is death." And she kills the dirty rascal deader than a doornail. Now that's what you would have seen if it hadn't been for Mr. Schultz being tooken sick when he was.
Hurry up, Miss Nola. Captain Andy said he'll keep talking till you're ready.
All right.
Let her down, Rubberface, let her down. And now, folks, I want you to know I always put on strong moral plays. I've been 20 years on this here river, and I ain't never put on a show yet where virtue ain't won out. Of course, I had some tight squeezes sometimes. And now we'll go right on with the olio. The first number on the program will be a little Southern song solo with banjo by Miss Magnólia Hawks. Take it away, Rubber, take it away. Give him the smile, Noli. Give him the smile.
Liza Matilda Hill visited friends in Louisville, then came back home. Her man was waiting at her front door, jealous and sore, asking questions. Liza Matilda Hill, what did you do in Louisville, so far from home? She said, hon, I had fun. Here's all that I done. Been gallivanting around, just gallivanting around. My feet been off of the ground. Been gallivanting around. Been dancing all night long. Getting home to bed, I don't know when. There ain't no telling all the times I fell in love and out again. Been gallivanting around, but now I reckon I'm through. 'Cause now I reckon I found it's more fun loving you.
Rubberface.
Right here, Captain Andy.
Almost time for the moon effect. Is everything set? Are you ready?
I'm Reddy's brother.
Looks kind of complicated. I better do this myself. Gets me.
I can't stand these stolen seconds any longer. These secret meetings. I want you all to myself. Forever. Nola, dearest, I want to take you away with me. I want to show you a world you've never dreamed of. Cities, theaters, restaurants, people. And you and I together enjoying all those things.
Gay, don't be angry, but can you afford...
Magnolia, it is not the place of a gentlewoman to share her husband's business worries. Now, I will provide for you. You must trust me, dear.
Oh, I do. I do.
Lola, I want you to marry me here in Natchez tomorrow.
Mother.
We won't tell her till after we've done it.
Father.
I spoke to him tonight. He gave me the idea himself.
Father gave you the idea of marrying me?
No, Goose. Doing it after the parade in the morning at that lovely little church at the other end of town, without your mother knowing.
You say Father thought of that? Did you hear anything?
Sounded like someone on the stairs.
Suppose it's Mother. What'll we say we're doing up here?
Rehearsing.
Rehearsing here?
To get the right atmosphere, moonlight on the water and everything. Come, put your arm around me.
Gay.
Remember how your father directed us? He said, look up in his eyes like you loved him. That's it.
Oh, love, here in my arms where you belong, and here you will stay. I'll not let you away. I want day after day with you.
Gosh almighty, it's Parker.
He's a murderer.
Mama.
You're letting my daughter marry a murderer.
Who's the murderer?
That Ravenel. He killed a man.
Gay.
Then why ain't he in jail or hanged?
The jury figured the gentleman he killed ought to have went anyhow.
Andy Hawks, are you going to stand there and let your only child marry a murderer?
Oh, don't be so narrow-minded, Mrs. Hawks. I killed a man myself once.
You killed?
Yes, me. Now, are you coming with us or ain't you? They're going to be married.
Married to a murderer.
Oh! She's fainted.
Are you sure?
She's out.
Good. Now we'll go on with the wedding.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Just keep rolling.
River done it.
The river done it?
Oh, river can do most anything, Queenie. Look out there what it's doing now. Let us get no show tonight.
Shows? That don't worry me none. There's something else on this old boat worries me more.
Miss Nola?
That's what.
She'll be all right.
That's what you say about everything. You don't get excited. Why? Because you don't do nothing. You don't cook like me. You don't act like the show folks. You don't work on the towboat. What do you do?
Oh, just shell them peas.
You ain't picking them up.
No, but could have if you didn't do it. I could do a lot of things if it was necessary.
Then why don't you?
It ain't necessary.
Keep on nagging, and bully ragging, and criticizing, and call me pison. I ain't apologizing, no siree. No matter what you say, I still suits me. The rag you're chewing must be a ruin. Keep right on knocking, keep right on mocking. My rocking chair ain't rocking, no siree. No matter what you say, I still suits me.
Does you ever wash the dishes? Does you do the things I wishes? Does you do them? No, you don't. Will you do them? No, you won't. When there's any working to it, I'm the one that's gotta do it. When it's raining, who's the fella uses up the whole umbrella? Selfish as a man can be.
No matter what you say, I still suits me.
You don't make money.
I know that, honey.
I never see none.
Ain't gonna be none. But that don't worry me none, no siree.
Shiftless, lifeless, no good.
No matter what you say, I still suits me. I may be no good for your good. I may be lifeless, but with one wife less, my life would be more strifeless, yes siree. No matter what you say, I still suits me. Does you ever wash the dishes? Does you do the things I wishes? Does you do them? No, you don't. Will you do them? No, you won't.
Always imitating me and always aggravating me. Then in spite of everything, in spite of all the grief you bring, expecting me to love you too.
No matter what you say, I think you do.
Queenie, Mrs. Hawks wants you to bring some hot water up to Miss Nolla's room.
My goodness.
You and me and Mrs. Hawks will have to do all we can. There's no way to get a doctor out here tonight.
I'll get a doctor.
You'll get a doctor? Well, I never seen Joe move that fast before.
Where's Gay? Where's my Gay? Oh, he's drowned.
He ain't drowned.
Gay and Frank probably couldn't get back to the boat. Most likely they're staying at a hotel till the morning.
And his baby being born.
Gay didn't know it. We didn't think that it's much sooner. How could Gay know it?
Of course he could. No, don't get excited, dearie. I'll lie back. That's the girl.
Rejects.
He wins again.
Seats 10 to Houston. By George, it's 2:30.
Oh, come on. You've got nothing else to do.
No. I'm cleaned out.
Cut.
Captain Andy! Any news?
Not yet.
Don't let that river get the better of
Come on, you good old Joe.
Fine time to sing. Dragging me out of bed in the middle of the night, telling me the river had calmed down. Lying son of Satan.
No matter what you say, I still see.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Go away, Hawks. You're just making a nuisance of yourself.
I got an idea what to call her.
I don't care to hear it.
Kim.
Kim? That ain't no name.
I made it up. K for Kentucky, I for Illinois, and M for Missouri. Being as how she was born in the river inside of 3 states.
Kim.
Hello. You're up early, Miss Hawks. Good morning, madam.
I knew this was coming. I knew from the first minute I set eyes on you that you was the kind to bring trouble to them that loved you. I knew you'd go carousing the first chance you got and break my girl's heart. And I wish the Lord had kept you from ever setting foot on this boat.
Indeed. Then you'll be glad to know that I'm leaving it forever. And I'm taking my wife with me.
When?
Today, the minute the river goes down enough to make it possible for us to take our things ashore.
You will not go today, Gaylord Ravenel.
Why not? And what have you to say about it anyway?
She'll not leave her home till you've money enough to care for her proper. And I guess you know how long before that'll be.
And suppose I was to tell you that I had money, and plenty of it.
I still say you can't take a girl that's been laying close to death all night and a 5-hour baby off this boat today.
A baby? A baby! Nola. Nola.
Gay. I surprised you.
Who surprised me? You?
Oh, she did.
She's sleeping.
That's what a mother should be doing.
Try to sleep, darling. Now, I want you to be good and get well quickly, so I can take you to Chicago with me. Just we 3 together. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Darling, is my hat on straight?
You're looking charming.
Come on!
Gay, you're wonderful.
20 to 1. How do you pick 'em, Ravenel?
Gay just can't lose.
What if he got good in the next race?
Oh, there isn't anything in the world I haven't got. Nothing left to wish for.
We've been through some pretty hard times together, darling. Might just as well enjoy the good times. Something must be wrong, darling.
We are thinking of moving to a large apartment. We need more room and so and so and so and so.
What was all that?
Well, nothing, just that they don't like it at the Palmer House anymore.
Go on. Aren't you going to read it to me?
Oh, yes. We're placing Kim in a convent school.
Convent school will cost them a fortune. Why'd they do that?
Well, Gay thinks Kim will have a chance to form better social connections.
Public school's the best, but not for Gay and Nola. Nothing's any good for them unless it costs a lot. Did he buy her any new diamond bracelets or automobiles?
She don't say.
Well, what does she say?
She says, I hope you and Mother are well, and so and so and so and so. Give my regards to Joe and Queenie, and don't forget so and so and so and so and so and so. Hasn't the weather been fine? So and so and so and so. Your loving daughter, Noli.
Very interesting.
You know what I'd like to do, Party?
No.
After we put up the showboat for the winter, how about you and me making a trip up there?
Chicago? You must be crazy.
Well, I've got a kind of a feeling I'd like to see Noli and Gay.
Gay? I don't care if I ever see him again as long as I live. He's a wastrel, an adventurer, a cheap river gambler with a high and mighty air. And mark my words...
We ain't seen Kim in a long while. She must be getting kind of big.
Smart as a whip, too, I guess. Did I show you those crayon pictures she sent me last week? Teddy Roosevelt and the one of the battleship?
Yeah, I seen them. Oh, she's smart, all right.
Yeah.
Come on, let's you and me make the trip. You can bake a cake and bring it to her up to the school. Huh?
Well, maybe.
You'll walk far before you find a room like this at the price.
Well, anyway, it's Chicago, kiddo.
Looks like somebody's living in it. Well, they won't be after this morning. 12 solid weeks gone by, and not a penny paid. No, ma'am. I have my own bills.
Is that you, Nola? Ellie. That's right. Ellie! Oh,
Hello, Nola.
and Frank!
Oh, Noli.
How did you know where I live?
Well, as a matter of fact...
They came to look for rooms. I told them you were leaving.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. You see, these are only temporary quarters until we move into our new home on the lake shore. Meanwhile, we stop here. It's near Gay's business, and then we'd like to help out Mrs. O'Brien.
Great help. I'll be going downstairs. You can let me know about the room. Helping out Mrs. O'Brien? Yeah.
She's a dear old thing.
Oh, Nola, is this your little girl's picture?
Yes, that's Kim. Isn't she a darling? She's at the convent, St. Agatha's. Gay insisted on giving her every possible advantage.
Gay doing well, Noli?
Oh, yes, yes. He's a big success. Well, sit down. Tell me something about yourself.
Oh, we're doing pretty good.
Oh.
Well, we're kind of breaking in a new act. We open New Year's Eve at the Trocadero.
I was just thinking maybe if you needed a little money, I could fix you up a job. Maybe fix you up a little act, singing and playing the banjo like you used to.
Oh, that would be fine, Nola.
I'm afraid Gay would never hear of it. Of course, I'd like to, just as a lark, I mean. I don't need the money.
No, of course not.
Come in.
The boy left this for you, Miss Ravenel.
Oh, thank you, Ethel. Oh, yes. Yes, Gay was to have stopped at the bank. Excuse me a minute, folks. I've got to see what Gay says. He may want me to meet him somewhere.
Oh, dear. What's the matter? Is Gay hurt?
No. Ellie, you read it. I may believe it if I hear somebody else say it.
Dearest, by the time this letter reaches you, I shall be on a train bound heaven knows where. There's nothing left to pawn and no more friends to borrow from. I am enclosing $200. This will let Kim finish her term at the convent. Then you can both go to your parents. I'm doing this because I love you. Please believe I will always love you. My dear little wife. Goodbye. Your own Gay. Oh, Nola. Is there anything we can do, Nola?
I don't think so, Ellie. I don't know. I never thought of living without Gay, no matter what happened. I can't imagine it now.
He seems to think you and Kim will be better off.
Better off. I never complained. I've lived like this half the time. One room, one bed, washing clothes in a basin, cooking food over a gas jet. But I loved him. And if all that went with him, I was willing to take it. I thought he knew that.
But, dearie, you and Kim can have a good home on the showboat.
Good home. Living on charity and having my mother tell me she always knew it would be like this. The whole showboat troupe whispering about me in their dressing rooms. No. I'll do anything but that.
Will it cost you something to keep the kid at the convent?
This money will help me for a month or so. Meanwhile, I'll look for work.
Well, don't forget what I said about the Trocadero.
Trocadero. Oh, yes. I might try that, Frank. I'll think it over.
You'd like us to go, wouldn't you, dear?
Sure. Sure, Nellie. Ellie and I, 23, we could do.
You can get us over at Forbes Hotel if you want us to.
All right, dear.
Class will be coming through next.
Kim.
Daddy! Where's Mom?
Mother couldn't come today, dear. Now listen, Kim, dear. Daddy's in a great hurry. He must catch a train.
Where are you going?
Away for a little while on business. I just had a few minutes to rush in and see you.
Can I go with you?
No, darling. Not this trip. And when I'm gone, I want you to think of me once in a while. Will you?
Yes, I think of you all the time. And when I miss you, I always do what you told me.
What was that?
Don't you remember? Make believe.
Oh, yes. That's right. I gave you a system for having everything you want.
Only make believe I'm near you. Only make believe that you're with me. Girls and boys find it fun just pretending. Couldn't you? Couldn't I? Couldn't we?
And if I'm a little late in coming back, you just remember and pretend that I've never been away. Will you, sweetheart?
Best of all, make believe I love you. For to tell the truth,
Our class has gone in.
Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, Daddy.
Kim, be sure to tell your mother that I came to see you. Will you, sweetheart?
All right, Daddy. I'll tell her.
Say, where you going?
Want to see Mr. Green?
Can't see him now. Rehearsing. Tell him not letting anybody in.
Can we wait out here?
Sure, but don't walk on the wet floor.
Oh, come on, Noli. We'll sit down over here.
Jake. Call him at 12.
Okay, girls, 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Come on, Julie. Let's hear the new song.
I don't feel like singing.
Oh, don't you? What do you feel like doing, Duchess?
I feel like going off on a tear.
Come on, Julie, let Mr. Green hear the song.
Come on, Julie.
It's a good one, Mr. Green.
I used to dream that I would discover the perfect lover someday. I knew I'd recognize him if ever he came round my way. And I always used to fancy then he'd be one of the godlike kind of men with a giant brain and a noble head, like the heroes bold in the books I've read. But along came Bill, who's not the type at all. You meet him on the street and never notice him. His form and face, his manly grace, are not the kind that you would find in a statue. Oh, I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. I love him because he's wonderful, because he's just my Bill. He can't play golf or tennis or polo or sing a solo or row. He isn't half as handsome as dozens of men that I know. He isn't tall or straight or slim, and he dresses far worse than Ted or Jim. I can't explain why he should be just the one man in the world for me. He's just my Bill, an ordinary man. He hasn't got a thing that I can brag about, and yet to be upon his knee, so comfy and roomy, seems natural to me. Oh, I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. I love him because he, I don't know, because he's just my Bill.
Use it tomorrow night. And listen, be sober.
I'll be sober. If you want me, I'll be in my dressing room.
Queer how a woman goes all to pieces over a man.
Yeah.
She was the best bet in Chicago till that big curly-haired tramp threw her down. Want to go over to Radley's for a drink?
Yeah, thanks, boss. Okay, kids, see you tomorrow. Mr. Green, can I see you a minute?
Who are you?
I'm Frank Schultz of Schultz & Schultz, a well-known comedy team.
Oh, the new act, huh?
Yeah.
Now, see you later.
Mr. Green, I want to see you.
What do you want?
I got a girl I want you to hear sing.
I don't need nobody. I ain't seeing no more people today.
I know, but I thought...
You thought wrong. You thought wrong. What do you want to see?
Well,
Well, that's the girl I mean, Mr. Green.
I'd like to sing for you, Mr. Green.
Yeah? What kind of singing?
I do Negro songs.
Oh, coon shouter, huh? All right, let's see what you can do.
Oh, come on, Louie.
All that. Couple of chairs. Take off your hat.
Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I
Here you are, Miss Julie. You got 15 cents coming to you.
Keep it.
Thank you.
Wait, Sam. Who was that girl singing?
Don't know. Must need a job awful bad. Been sitting on the steps most of the morning.
Tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know.
No.
Do you know?
I used to. She's singing one of the songs I taught her. She was the sweetest kid I ever knew.
That her? Shall I tell her you here?
No, Sam, no.
Well, if she gets the job,
She can't. Green only uses one singer in the show, and that's me. I wonder how bad she needs the job.
He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine.
What do you say, boss?
Rotten.
Why, that song is the most beautiful song I know. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry for you.
Mr. Green.
Well, what do you want?
Got a message for you from your prima donna. Told me to tell you that she's leaving your show flat.
Where is she?
Just went off in the cab. Looked like she's gone off on one of her sprees.
Well, I'll be a... She won't be fit for anything for a week, let alone tomorrow night. No. Oh, why didn't you stop her?
See, I'm a doorman, not a nursemaid.
It's enough to drive a man crazy. That settles it. She's through.
Said to tell you, if you want a girl to fill her place, you better grab the one that just sung.
Can't you use it?
I can't afford to take chances with amateurs on a $2,000 production. Now, wait a minute, will you? Let me think. Her poisonality is all right. If we could only teach her some up-to-date numbers.
Well, that song she sang ain't bad, boss. But we could trick that like this. Look. Oh, you mean ragged? Yeah. Of course, we gotta change the words, too, see? And then to the finish, put in a couple of gags like this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Catch line. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Another catch line. See what I mean?
Say, that's all right.
Come on, Ollie, try it this way.
How do you mean?
Follow Jake.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly, and I've gotta...
No, ragged, he means.
Ragged, honey, look. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly.
Oh, I know. All right, go ahead.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly, I'm the love of man like I have the love that man of mine. Tell me lazy, tell me slow, tell me crazy, baby, I know I have the love that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rain.
What do you say, boss? What do you say, boss?
All right.
Does she get the job?
Sure.
Nice New Year's, I must say. They ain't here, nobody knows where they went. You and your surprises, you're a nitwit, Hawks, and always will be. Well, haven't you a word to say?
Will you listen?
No, I won't.
I thought you want.
Well, what are you going to do, stand here all night? Give me the key. I'm going to my room. I'm all tuckered out.
Oh, Parthy.
Oh.
Parthenia, it's New Year's Eve. Let's go out. I'll bet you Noli and Gay are celebrating in some restaurant. Come on, let's go out and find them.
Like looking for a needle in a haystack. You go out and look for him if you want to. Give me that key.
Oh, yes. Here's the key, Parthy. Now, you go up and have some sleep while I have a look around for the children.
Sleep. A lot of sleeping I'll do, wondering where that good-for-nothing scamp has dragged Nola. Hawks, it's 8 o'clock. You'll be back by 9. You understand? 1 hour.
All right, Parthy.
Hello, Pop.
Ladies.
Who was that you were just talking to?
That was Parthenia, my wife.
Oh, my mistake.
No, mine. Well, it's New Year's Eve.
It certainly is.
And while you're gone, I'll be looking at the mini.
Yes, sir.
By cracky, I ain't done that in years.
Say, Pop, what's mistletoe?
By cracky, I ain't done that in years.
So you're going away because my heart has gone astray. And you promised me that someday you'll come back to me. Goodbye, my lady love. Farewell, my true love. You are the idol, and darling, of my heart. And someday you will come back to me and love me tenderly. Goodbye, my lady love.
Happy New Year! Girls, I want you to meet an old friend of mine, Mr. Frank Schultz.
This is Miss So-and-so. Miss Thingamabob.
And this little devil is Lottie.
Hello.
Oh, Captain Andy, how'd you happen to come here?
Oh, just dropped in. Party and me came up to surprise Noli and Gay. But they ain't stopping at the Palmer House no more.
No.
But I'll find them. I left Party at the hotel at 8 o'clock. Told her I was going to take a walk. Ever since 10 o'clock, I've been trying to think of an excuse for not being back by 9.
Captain Andy, Noli's here.
Where?
She's acting.
Acting? What do you mean, acting? Gay wouldn't let her.
Gay is gone.
Gone?
He went broke and quit. I'm telling you this because Noli opens here tonight, and we want everything to go smooth. It'll be tough if she don't make a hit.
What do you mean, don't make a hit? My Noli'll stand this crowd on their ears. Didn't she always do it? My daughter's singing here tonight.
Are you old enough to have a daughter?
No, but I got one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to announce that Miss Julie Wendell is indisposed and unable to appear this evening. Now wait, please. We are fortunate in obtaining the services of Miss Magnólia Ravenel, who'll sing you an old favorite.
Magnólia Ravenel. Who's she? I'll show you who she is.
think your daughter's the finest artist I've seen on the New York stage.
Thank you very much, Sir Arthur.
I must have her in my new play in London next spring. I'll give her £200 a week.
You'll have to do better than that.
They don't know her in London now.
But they will.
How much?
400.
Out of the question.
Darling, don't you think you're pressing just a little bit too hard?
How do you mean, Mother? Don't throw it at them.
Let the audience feel the sentiment of the song for themselves.
Remember the folks in the gallery.
So many things to learn.
This newspaper woman's been waiting all day for an interview. You better grab her quick. They'll be calling her back any minute.
My paper's interested in the family angle. Your folks all started on a showboat, didn't they?
Yes.
Did they help you?
Taught me everything I know.
Do they still help you much?
Too much. This time I packed them all off to Europe.
That's marvelous.
Miss Ravenel, sorry, we got to have you now. Come on, kid.
So sorry.
Aren't you the new stage door man? Every time I come in here, I see you watching the rehearsal. Why don't you watch the stage door? That's what you're paid for.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Pop. Hey, Pop. I'm from the office. What's your name?
I believe it's Pop. Isn't that what all stage doormen are called?
Yeah, but I want to list you on the payroll. What's your real name?
Brown. Hamilton Brown.
Hamilton Brown, huh?
Hi, Pop.
Good night.
No mail from me?
No, Miss Ravenel.
If a wire comes for me, will you have it sent right over to my hotel?
Yes, Miss Ravenel.
Thanks. Good night, Pop.
Good night. Good night, Kim.
Don't worry, Miss Ravenel. The boat will dock on time.
It's such awful luck. They were supposed to be here early this afternoon. Oh, why did that fog have to come up just at this time?
I know.
The curtain will be going up any minute.
Oh, don't fret, Poppy. Won't take us long to get uptown.
No, we'll be in time for most of the show anyway, Mother.
We won't see Kim's entrance.
Well, I didn't put this fog on.
Who said you did?
Mother.
thought we'd never get here. It was such a dreadful fog, but not as bad as it is in Europe. You know, why, there's Kim. Oh, isn't it a lovely scene?
Comes this way. What are you doing here?
I just wanted to see the one number, sir.
Why, that's the most outrageous thing I've heard. Go back to the stage door. And come to the office in the morning and get your pay. You're fired.
Yes, sir.
Come right in here. This is your box. Yes.
Gay. Gay. Don't you recognize me?
You haven't changed much, Nola. I've got to go. I'm minding the stage door.
Oh, wouldn't you like to come in here with us? I think well, this is our daughter's big night.
Sure, why don't you? I don't want you to forgive me because I don't deserve it. Just let me slip out.
Okay. There's another Ravenol in the house tonight. Magnólia.
No.
Maybe she'll take my encore for me. How about it, Mother? Please play You Are Love.
Give him the smile, Noli. Give him the smile.
I think she likes this better than any song she knows.
You are love here in my arms, where you belong. And here you will stay. I'll not let you away. I want day after day with you.
There's another Ravenol here tonight. Gaylord Ravenol, my first leading man.